Most e-com sellers miss out by only selling one item or what the customer puts in their cart initially. So today we're going to learn the what, why, and how behind upsells so you can increase your average order value. Let's dive in. So recap real quick, why should we focus on average order value? Well, a higher AOV not only means more profit, which it should a little bit, but what it really means is you can pay more to acquire a customer. If you can pay Facebook more, pay an affiliate more, pay whatever customer channel you have, the more scale you're going to get long term. So that's what we're really focusing on, is higher AOV so you can pay to acquire the customer more and bring more customers in your flow, scale higher, monetize the customer after the purchase and all that good stuff. So let's dive into actual upsells. So do you want fries with that? Okay, we're all used to hearing that. We're all used to getting upsold, even if we don't recognize it as an upsell. So why is that important? The best time to sell somebody something is right when they've purchased something from you. They've got the wallet out, for lack of a better term, okay? They've just shown you, hey, I'm a buyer. It's hard to find buyers. So once you have someone who's ready to buy from you, it's a good chance that you can sell them more things to help solve them their problem faster. You know, Russell Brunson and kind of .com secrets, that book, going to ClickFunnels and all that. I think they really help drag the idea of upsells forward a lot. If you haven't read .com secrets, it's great. But they use a lot of examples like, dentists and kind of big upsells through the customer journey and things like that, long term, which are great to think about. But what we're talking about here is very immediately in that process. You've got your initial product. And then right after I click purchase and click buy, the next page is another thing selling them, right? Another product I can buy. So we're not talking like big customer journey here, although that is something you should be thinking about too. What we're thinking about is, hey, I bought this product for $37. What can you offer them for $57 or $100 on the next upsell flow, right? On the next page. And what can you be adding value to your initial product with? And to kind of wrap it into context, 20 to 60% of your average order value should be coming from your upsell flows. If you don't have them, right, that's 0%, but it's kind of a good metric. It's like, oh, if only 10% of my average order value is coming from upsells, there's probably meat on the bone to chew on here. So, and again, it's all relative based on prices, stuff like that. This is rule of thumb when looking at like $27 to $200 initial items for me. But those kind of benchmarks help you back into, should you be focusing on upsells more or not? But let's just look at like a $37 example. I see a lot of those when I work at ClickBank and stuff. But so a $37 front end product at scale, products that are doing, offers that are doing $10,000 to $50,000 a day in gross sales, they have average order values of around $60. Let's say $55 to $65 on a $37 front end product. That means, let's say it's $60 even. That's a $23 increase on the average order value from the initial item. That's a 38% higher AOV, almost 40% higher AOV. That is huge. I need you to understand that. Like, sometimes when you talk about average order value increases, it can sound really arbitrary, like on a low ticket funnel, like $3 difference. Like, why does that matter? Well, that $23 difference on a $37 front end or a 40% higher AOV is literally the difference between an average or really bad offer for affiliates to promote, or a really good offer that can have sustained, multiple $100 a day or multiple hundred of sale a day traffic coming in, versus one that just kind of sits there and kind of gets sales sometimes with the same conversion rates. Okay, this is what's important here. We have the exact same front end conversion rate, but if you add $23 to the front end, that's $23 more you can pay the affiliate or Facebook, whatever customer channel you have, and scale from there. And you can apply this to really any funnel online. So how do you make a good upsell? Because it's not as simple as just throwing it in there, right? Well, let's look at what problem does your front end product solve? And what gets someone a solution faster or multiplied? Okay, so because they're going to buy the front end product, and it needs to be good enough to solve their problem. But can you get them faster results? Can you get them bigger results? Right? What can you offer them as an upsell that helps them get to that actual goal faster? Let's look at. Now I'm going to steal a story from Perry Belcher here. Heard him talk about this at WebinarCon. But so let's look at like a gold rush in the 1840s. And you're a shop owner in San Francisco. And someone comes in fresh off the wagon. Do they have trains then? I think so. I should know that. But they're going to come in. Someone's going to go, I need a shovel. Okay. I'm going to go dig in the mountains out here. I'm going to find my gold. Great. Here's your shovel, $10. We'll adjust for inflation a little bit in this example because that's probably a nickel back then. Who knows? So you sell them a shovel for $10 and they're about to head out, and that could be done. That could be your transaction if you didn't have any upsells. But wait, hey, you want to find gold? I've got this map. I'll sell it to you for $25. It's got all the hot spots on it over the last year. People have hit it big with gold. Would that be valuable to you? Right? Oh man, right. If I had that map, I could know exactly where to dig. I know where all the hot spots are. I could see the veins. I've got my shovel and my map. I'm good. Great. They're heading out. But maybe they look at all unsure and they're like, okay, thanks. Yeah, this is great. You've sold them for $35 instead of $10. Well, hey man, before you head out, I've got my buddy. He's a guide. Okay. He can load up the mule. He can get all your stuff out there. He'll cook and clean and, kind of set up a whole camp for you. He'll take you to right where the hot spots are, where you need to go. All you need to do is dig. Okay. You got the map. He'll push you where to go. You've got the guide. He'll set everything up. You'll be safe out there. It looks like you just got off the wagon, train, bus. I don't know. Have at it. Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. I was nervous to get out there. I heard there's bears. Okay. So you've got the guide, you got the map, you got the shovel. They're in for $135 instead of $10. And you just added a ton of value to them and increased their chance of success tenfold by offering them these solutions. Okay. Another way to wrap this around is looking at the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. This is another Perry Marshall, 80-20 sales and marketing. Great example. I'll link to some links to the books and stuff I'm mentioning here in the description below, I guess. It's something I can do on YouTube. But the Pareto principle says that when you look at sales, that 20% of your customers will drive 80% of your sales. Okay, let that sink in. 20% of your customers will drive 80% of your sales. Now, if you don't have upsells, will only come about if you cross-sell them other products, if you're remarketing to them, which is always harder to do. But if you have upsells, you can take those buyers that want to buy more or willing to spend more with you. You can get that lifetime value out of them really early on with upsells, right? And then you can upsell them even more later with like the kind of the customer journey stuff we're talking about earlier. Okay, so look at Starbucks. This is kind of coming from his example in the book. Starbucks sells thousands of cups of coffee. Let's look at one store, right? They might sell thousands of cups of coffee for $5 a pop, right? High profit, all the good and all that. If you go into the store though, they've got cookies, they've got sandwiches, they've got water bottles, they've got a bunch of other low ticket items you might add to the cart if you're looking at an e-com example. But they've also got stuff like espresso machines and like bags and all these things that are like a lot more expensive. An espresso machine is like $500 in there. Okay, how many $500 espresso machines do they sell? Probably not a lot. Okay, no one's really going in there to buy some, but you might have some buyers that go in there and go, oh yeah, I need that. I saw that online. I want to buy it now. Or, oh, I need a gift for somebody. This would be great. And so you've got one or two espresso machines going out the door a day for $500 a pop. And those are worth 100 customers compared to the average order value of a single cup of coffee. Okay, so what can you be layering into your upsell path and your upsell journey for these customers that for the ones that want to buy and are willing to spend more will? And that's kind of what you look at, right? Because when you start looking at upsell take rates, not every customer that comes through is going to buy an upsell. And that's okay. You're going to have a lot of just front end. They're going to buy the front end. You can upsell them later, cross-sell them later with your email list. But the ones that do take it, a good upsell take rate is in that 30% range. This is a big, gray area, right? It's really going to depend on your funnel and your initial price and all that kind of stuff. It could be much higher than that, could be lower than that, and still be a good funnel. But 30% is kind of my metric that I look at when I'm looking at a funnel for somebody. Going, okay, is it good or not? So that 30% range, you've got 30% of the people coming through your funnel taking a upsell, but on average, they're going to increase your average by a whole bunch by that 30%, 40% number that we looked at with that $37 product, and they're going to go through there and really get after it. So that's really what's going to raise the bar in a big way. So I hope this has added some context to you. I see funnels every day, when I'm working over at ClickBank with top direct response funnels and marketers in that regard. They're really the big difference. E-com owners don't really do it as much. Let me know in the questions and comments below what questions you have about upsells and average order value. There's a link in the description to a blog post I've done about 5 more ways to increase AOV, including upsells and bumps and all that kind of stuff, what you can be doing to increase your average order value so you can pay to acquire the customer more. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and bell notifications, all that good stuff. Happy scaling. Cheers.